Hey everyone, I'm Tanaz from Forever Conscious, and this is your weekly energy forecast for the week of September 15th. So last week wrapped up with the Pisces harvest full moon, and as we move into this week, we're going to feel that energy kind of simmering down. This full moon was very cleansing. The harvest full moon is usually a very potent time of release, so you can still use that energy if there's something you want to let go of, if there's something you just want to shed and release from your life. You're still receiving a lot of cosmic support. The Pisces full moon was sort of an emotional one too, so if you were taking on the emotions of others, if you were feeling a little sensitive, you're going to find that lessening as we move into the week. So that is how we ended the week. It's kind of how we'll start this week, but that energy is sort of simmering down. There are two major events happening this week. They're pretty big, so this week is going to feel a little bit up and down. There's going to be sort of a lot of growth opportunities happening for our soul this week. So we are going to want to try to stay grounded. We're going to want to really stay in our practice, having a daily practice of meditation, of journaling, of just taking some quiet time, maybe taking time to ground ourselves and just be really gentle with ourselves, because there is a lot going on this week. I can kind of summarize the energy of this week sort of like our soul is advancing to a new level. We're kind of shifting out of old into new. That's kind of what this energy is going to feel like. So the first major event that we have this week falls on the 18th. It is Saturn moving direct. Saturn has been retrograde since April 29th of this year, and now it is going to move direct. Now, Saturn goes retrograde every year. It moves direct every year. But what makes this year special is where Saturn is going direct in the sky, and also Saturn is starting to move closer to its grand big alignment, which happens in 2020 with Pluto. So let me go back a little bit. Saturn has been retrograde since April. It is now going to move direct. When it moves direct, we're leaving the past behind. The old ways, they're done. We're now heading into the future, heading into a new place of growth. And where Saturn is in the sky, this energy is really amplified. It's kind of like the old ways are no longer working for us. We have to think of something new. We have to stretch ourselves further. We have to keep growing and aiming higher. And that is sort of what this energy is calling on us to do, to change the way we have been doing things. The things that are old, outdated, overplayed. The universe is saying to you, no more. You have to shift to that next level, to think of a new way of doing things. Maybe you're feeling that, or maybe you can find ways to bring that into your life. If you've thought one way, maybe think a different way. If you've been doing things one way, maybe think of a new way that you can do it. That is sort of what this energy is calling us to do. It's calling us to advance to that next level. We may really see this play out in patterns or repetitive cycles that we seem to get into all the time. If you notice a pattern that keeps reoccurring in your life, this is a really great opportunity to use this energy to break free from that pattern, to do the work, to think about changing your approach, changing the way you've been thinking about things, and breaking free of that once and for all. This is a powerful energy and a powerful time to kind of level up and break out of those patterns. So use it if you feel called to use it. The other energy happening is on the 21st. We have the final alignment of the Jupiter Neptune Square. We have been working with this energy all through the year, and now we're finally at the culmination point. It is the last time these two planets are going to square each other, which is kind of like a 90-degree angle. And we're going to receive some sort of clarity, some sort of light will be shone on an area of her life that has felt murky or dark or uncertain. This is like an illumination type energy. We may also just feel a little bit more directed. If something has been in the shadows, we may start to understand or get more information about that thing so we can move forward. So it is a nice illumination energy. It is a point where we'll receive a little bit more clarity on an area of our life that has felt foggy or murky. So watch and pay attention and see what happens for you around the end of the week, closer to the 21st, where we have this alignment, which is the final alignment of 3 that we've had this year. Also, this week we are starting to move out of Virgo energy into Libran energy. We will officially move into Libra season next week on the equinox, which is the 23rd. But this week, planets that like to stay nice and close to the sun, like Venus and Mercury, will move into Libra. So we're going to start feeling that shift. Virgo is an earth sign, Libra is an air sign. Virgo energy is about hard work, getting things done, crossing things off our to-do list, but also looking after our well-being. It's also about independence and being strong in ourselves, gathering strength from ourselves, from our inner strength. Libra is all about other, connection, making connection with other, thinking about others. How can we sort of move out of this independence and this self-sufficiency into asking for support and to thinking about other people? And that is sort of the Libran energy. Libra also likes to create balance. It's not just about giving to others. It's about kind of finding that balance point between I'm looking after myself, I'm setting my boundaries, I'm doing what's right for me, but I'm also listening and understanding and empathizing with you and what it is that you're asking of me or what it is you want. It's kind of like finding that nice balance point. I always like to think of Libran energy as finding that collaboration. It's not about compromise. It's not about sacrifice. It's about collaborating, bringing two opposing energies together and finding some sort of way to collaborate and work together. And that is sort of what we're being called to do in our own lives, in our own hearts, in our own minds, in our, in whatever way we feel. So that is sort of the shift. There are a lot of energetic shifts happening this week. We've got the Saturn moving direct. We've got the Jupiter Neptune Square, and we also have this Libran energy starting to flow in. So a lot of shifts, a lot of changes. As Saturn starts moving direct, it is also going to start aligning closer with Pluto. Pluto is still retrograde itself, but will go direct next month. As Saturn and Pluto get closer together, this is a big transformative cosmic alignment we're all going to feel on an inner level and on a world level. It happens in 2020. 2020 is a big year, and we're going to really see the effects of Saturn and Pluto coming together in 2020, in January 2020. It's a wonderful way to kickstart a new year. But now with Saturn moving direct, we're going to start to get closer to that transformative energy that's on the way. And we'll be feeling that more and more as we wrap up 2019. So this is a good week to get grounded, to look after yourself, to find balance and equilibrium within yourself, within your mind, body, and soul, and to just be gentle with yourself and find opportunities to go with the flow, to move out of this, I need to make a decision or I need to take an action, and just try to stay open and wait for the right decision and the right action to greet you. I hope that was helpful. I have more info about Saturn moving direct, about the Jupiter Neptune Square. I will put a link below, and I hope you have a wonderful week.